everyone, Captain Puppy here, and this week we're gonna try to answer the question, why do game companies make remasters? So in today's episode we're gonna be detailed about this. We're gonna try to distinguish three types of gaming remasters, gaming remakes, and of course also next-gen upgrades. We're gonna go into detail about each one of them specifically, give some examples, and of course then at the end of the video answer the question, why do game companies make so many remasters? Stick around until the end of the video to know the answer. And yeah guys, we have been growing steadily and strongly. Thank you a lot for all your support guys, it means a lot to me. We are still a small channel, but I'm loving making this kind of content, especially for you guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's start this. So for starts, we're gonna answer what is a video game remake. So basically, a video game remake brings normally a classic back to life with a careful attention to detail. It will take into account the newest technology and try to upgrade the game to a new technology. It involves updating models, textures, of course also animations and sounds for a more immersive experience. Normally it's powered by a most modern game engine, and of course the remake features advanced lighting effects, creating a realistic virtual world. From a reflection to shadows, these enhancements provide nostalgic masterpieces for today's players. So essentially it will upgrade the game to a more modern engine and it will give it like a new life. It's essentially the same game, it will have the same game mechanics, sometimes can have some of those mechanics updated, but it will be basically the same game with a new visual aspect, like a general makeover of an old classic. Big examples of good remakes is, for example, the Resident Evil 2 remake that came out in 2019, which it was an original release from PlayStation in 1998, and in 2019 they decided to make a remake and the game was quite awesome. And then, of course, we have our beloved Legends of Zelda Link's Awakening, which also came out in 2019, and it's a remake of the original game from the Game Boy from 1993. Fun fact, the first game that yours truly played ever. So yeah, so basically this is what makes a game being a game remake. Then we have the next gen upgrade. So what does make, or what is a next gen upgrade? It's basically a next gen upgrade can be simply a patch or even a general makeover for a game, making it look and perform a lot better than the original release. It's an upgrade that boosts how the game looks, how it plays, it improves normally the frame rate of the game itself. Sometimes developers even add extra cool visuals like fog, some things that normally don't exist on the original game, like added shadows, added light effects, so making the game more exciting to look at. It's not just a small improvement, it's a big change that makes gaming more fun, and a lot of times the best part is that these upgrades are just not for fancy gaming systems, so they also come to regular consoles, to PC, and to all the other platforms. So great examples, or newest examples basically, of these next gen upgrades, we have actually two. One of them being Cyberpunk 2077 that had the next gen upgrade patch in 2021 that took the game from the old generation consoles to the newer generation consoles, and of course improved also on performance on PC. And then we have Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, which came out with a PlayStation 5 version in 2020 to their original version of the game. So basically, this is what is an next-gen upgrade. You basically put up a good game, which is also a good game, but it's still somewhat recent, so more or less 3 to 4 years, and you basically upgrade it to the next-gen technology. mind you, a lot of times the game is exactly the same, the engine is exactly the same, you just add new features onto that engine. Because as soon as you change the engine and as soon as you start dabbling and making new textures and all of that, it starts being a game remake and not properly a next-gen upgrade. So that can be the big distinction, and that we can also set right here, which makes the difference between a game remake and a next-gen upgrade. Then, of course, last but not least, and the reason why you guys clicked on the video, what is a video game remaster? And what distinguishes from the two that we already talked about? So, a video game remaster is like giving an old game a fantastic makeover, not also turning it from its original gameplay, but also improving on it a lot of the time. So basically, this takes profits on modern hardware, new technologies, new effects, and all of it is added to the game. So far, essentially as a game remake. But in terms of code, remasters take connection originally to the same game, but sometimes they change engines, also as we can see on game remakes. But then what makes the difference from a remaster from all of them is that basically remasters tend to come together with all the DLCs. Remasters also tend to come together with all new features and sometimes even new content. So basically, a video game remaster sometimes can be very similar to a video game remake. The big difference is that it's not only the original game altogether. So now you have more things added to that original game, you have new content that is added to that original game. Sometimes all the DLCs come together. These versions tend to become the best versions of the game. It bundles all the downloadable content, all the DLCs, and further expands onto them. And in some cases, one of them that we're gonna give, it bridges together all games of a series and just makes a full game remaster of that entire game series. So, two references that we have here today is basically we have Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, which came out in 2016. It basically remastered the Special Edition release and it made it better. It added new features to the game. It added a few quests from I remember from the original information, and it made the game look essentially better. And then, of course, we have the Halo Master Chief's Collection on 2014. So this remaster, in this case, not only joined together all the Halo games, basically Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4, but also remastered the game and compile all of it into a newer version with better graphics, with better gameplay, and also added a little bit of things to all the games. And also it came to the PC, which it was something very interesting because Halo was always an exclusive from Xbox, and with the Halo Master Chief Collection they brought the game to the PC, at least the original ones. So that was very, very interesting, and a lot of people went for it. I'm a Halo friend of the classic ones. I played Halo 1 and Halo 2. Never had the opportunity actually to play Halo 3 and Halo 4. For sure, we'll probably play it here on the channel somehow, somewhere, or off camera. But yeah, so basically, those are the things that distinguish each of these things. So what distinguish a game remaster from a next-gen upgrade from a game remake? So to answer the original question that we put here, basically what makes a game remaster is that it's not only a captivating remastering of the game, is also a nostalgic journey back into all those landscapes, all that content, all those stories, and it makes you and gives you the feeling of a thing that you liked and cherish, but with improved visuals. So basically it brings back good memories, and at the same time celebrates the content of that game and celebrates that company and that game at its fullest. It's a mix of sentimentality, of course, and cutting-edge technology to make the world of gaming better. So this is my answer for this. You guys can have, of course, different opinion. If you do so, please leave a comment below. I read all my comments, tend to respond to all of them also. So feel free to leave a comment below if you have a different opinion, or if for some reason you think I forgot something. But yeah, for me, game remastering is not an issue. A lot of people in YouTube and other channels think that game remastering can be an issue, can affect actually the name of that game, that specific game, sometimes for the worse. But I tend to disagree. Some remasters are well performed, others are not, but that is the remaster itself, it's not the original game. Of course, in the past we took some things for not granted, so basically we had games that had bugs, but we didn't mind. Today people are more picky sometimes about some things, and that sometimes makes that the remasters are not as successful as the original games. Not only for the nostalgia, because people that want to play those games back again, they go in for the nostalgia, of course, but sometimes with the new technology, bugs are things that happen, and some companies don't iron down all of those bugs and all of those issues in their remasters, and sometimes that can be an issue because people don't like it. I understand that people don't like bugs, but back a couple of years ago, gaming was a lot simpler. You would just buy the game for the fun of it. You had your friends, you just come home super fast after you came out of school just to be able to play with your friends, even if it was a standalone game, because then on the next day you would talk to your friends about the place you left when you were playing Tomb Raider, or the place you left where you were playing Resident Evil, what we did, how do you pass a boss, how did you made it. And then there was also people starting to talk about all those things. So yeah, guys, I believe this is it for today. This is what a game remaster is. So yeah, guys, this is it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for liking the channel, liking the videos. I hope that you guys are liking these more like documentary-like content on my channel. I'm gonna keep doing this format. For me, it's a lot better. I can dedicate more time to each video, dedicate more time to make my research, make my scripts, film it, edit it, and makes that the overall content and the overall quality of my videos gets better and better. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for the video. If you saw the video until the end, consider leaving a like or even subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world to me. If there's something special that you like me to cover in the world of gaming, feel free to reach out to me, leave a comment below. I will for sure read it and take it into consideration. And that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching my content, and thanks a lot for keeping there, especially to all of you, my subscribers. You have a special place in my heart, but you guys already know that. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.